So I thought, I don't talk about yoga philosophy that often on this account. Why don't I bring that in? Specifically one of the yamas, Aparigraha, or non-possessiveness. This one for me is really true to my own spiritual practice. I'm sure I'm not alone. You're thinking, yeah, well, it is to all yogis, Heather. Yes, I get that. Whether you know or not, I used to live in a monastery. Life was easy in some ways. By no means is it easy to live in a monastery. It's not. Because even though you think, oh, well, you don't have challenges, you're facing in a monastery, especially where I was living, meditating 14 to 16 hours a day, your constant mind with no distraction. It can be harrowing. But the thing is, when I was living in the monastery, it was really clear to me. The thing that mattered was liberation from my suffering and enlightenment. And anything that didn't feed into that was something I wasn't going to partake in, right? So if that meant fighting for the fact that, because the monks always get the food first, why do they get the food first? Why do they get the chocolate? Like, I crave chocolate a lot. I just think, but that doesn't serve my liberation. It doesn't matter. I have a strict moral compass, a very clear goal. And here I am in the world. And that's different, right? I run a business. I'm a yoga practitioner, looking to have a love life, those kinds of things and actual things. And so there's a tension between not possessing and wanting to possess. What I've learned being out of the monastery now since I'm 26, and God, that's 19 years ago, is that it's a really fine balance. And that every single time I focus on what I want and how to get it, I suffer. That's just the reality. And not only that, but the more I want things and focus my energy into creating those things, the more that can affect the planet, right? So one of the things I've done, and the pandemic really helped with that, is stop shopping as much as humanly possible. Even for little things, ask myself, why do I need stuff? Now in the monastery, that would have been really easy because all you need is your bowl, your lungi, you have to wear the same outfit as everybody, and your food. There's nothing else to want except for water, and it's cold, not hot, right? But really letting go of these things are not necessary. And then there's the other piece. I'm a business owner and I want to bring yoga into healthcare and I really want to create it. And when things don't go my way, I find that there's a great amount of stress and tension that can emerge in my being, requiring me to do more practice. So there is this sort of, I do that without the expectation of it necessarily happening. I have no wish for legacy. And it's really difficult to show up in that way in the world regularly. But in the last few months, I keep having this practice that comes up for me, which is, if it hasn't happened, it's for the best. If it hasn't happened, it's for the best. And not in some kind of complacent way, like, because the better thing is coming later, which sometimes I think speaks of psycho-spiritualism, but more, I'm going back to that compass. Letting go and liberating will lead me to greater peace than anything else I thought that I should have conferred upon myself or accrue. It's for the best. This didn't happen. Letting go and practicing letting go is the best. And just to add to this, and I'm on a bit of a soliloquy here, my meditation teacher, who was so brilliant, used to say to me, if I could give you one lesson, it's to practice being with uncertainty, because life is unknown. And the true measure of being a spiritual practitioner is not knowing what's going to happen and being able to be calm in the eye of a potential storm in your mind or externally. And if you can develop that, you will feel at ease. And I think Aparigraha is very much like that. So rather than giving you a list of things, do this, 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 I remind you that if you are seeking deep calm inside yourself, that it is not having the things you want that will bring that to you. It is letting go of the attachment to that, right? Buddhism teaches, and I am a Buddhist practitioner, suffering arises from desire. Why would you want to cause that on purpose? And yet, the catch-22 is, if you're not living in a monastery, you still have to live in the world. So good luck. We're all figuring this one out.